Welcome to MTS Reports, news and information for the maritime community, brought to you by Maritime Training Services. This 4-minute report deals with workplace safety and a life-threatening accident that could have been prevented.
First time I was doing the job, I'd never done it before, and I was the one that didn't get away with it, and it actually caught me. It pulled my arm, literally completely pulled my arm off. It didn't cut it off clean, it pulled it off. And that's the result of it. It could have been prevented. In my situation, when I went back and did the investigation and the work on it, it could have been prevented by everybody all the way from management, through the supervisors, through the training, through the mechanics, the co-workers, and everybody. If somebody would have stepped up and said something at one time or another, I wouldn't have been in the situation I was in.
You have to communicate. The key to any safe operation is communication. If you see something wrong, you have to identify it and you have to notify people about it. You have to do near-miss reports so you can track trends and see, is there something wrong with how we're doing this? Do we need to change the method that we're using? Is there something physically wrong with the location? Do we need to adjust that? Is there a training issue? Whatever the case may be, you have to track those near misses.
I was cleaning an auger is what I was doing with the auger running. And I know that sounds really stupid, but that's just kind of the way we did it. And if you paid attention, you were really careful, you could get away with it. And it had been done that way for over 3 years. Well, something took my attention. I found out after my accident that there was many close calls, many near misses, but nobody ever reported them. They thought they were just making mistakes, and that's why they didn't say anything. So I don't want to get in trouble and tell them I almost screwed up because I wasn't paying attention. So just nobody ever did, and that's just the way it was done.
The best way to eliminate hazards is by engineering controls. Let's make the piece of equipment safer. I know this morning we had a guy that talked, and the piece of equipment that he was injured on was designed to be cleaned with steam coming up through pipes. The pipes wore out, so the company decided not to fix the pipes, but to have workers clean it manually, and this man lost his arm through that process. The engineering controls were there. Management decided to save money and not fix it back to the way the company had originally designed it. We're trying to get hazards eliminated the best that we can.
I specifically remember it was the day after my accident in the hospital. I was talking to my wife, and I said, something good's got to come out of this. Something this bad cannot happen without something good. And the first time I got up in front of an audience and talked about my accident and seen people change, it's like, that's what I can do. I can talk to people, tell them what I go through, what happened to me could stop this from happening to somebody else. Because you definitely don't want it to happen to you, and you don't want to see it happen to somebody else. And that's why I do it, is just by the chance I can get somebody to stop and think for just a minute before they do something, or to get involved in something to stop somebody else from getting hurt. I mean, it could be a whole lot worse than me. I've seen a lot of accidents way worse than mine, and they all could have been prevented.
MTS Reports is a free service of Maritime Training Services. We are distributors and producers of over 200 maritime safety products, and we offer a full set of custom video production services. Feel free to tour our website, to share this report with your colleagues, and contact us for more information or story ideas for the next edition of MTS Reports.